One of the things that I have to say about being an empath, I mean, there's one thing about energies and feeling each other's emotions and taking in that stuff that's around it. But one of the big things that I've noticed of being able to sense other people's emotions is when somebody touches me. And that can be either really good or a really bad thing. I don't let a lot of people touch me if I can help it at all, because I am very sensitive to that. It may not necessarily have to do with emotions or anything, but I'm very sensitive to people touching me because it's a conduit, you know, it's a conduit. I think I'm even more sensitive to people touching me than I am to you know, sensing other people's emotions. I had an experience at a gas station a few years ago where I was just walking in the front doors and going through the front doors, and there was this guy that was coming out of the doors, and I kind of looked over at him, and his eyes were pure black. It completely freaked me out. But what really happened is when he came out the door, he bumped against my shoulder, and I just froze because it was pure evil. This man was pure evil, and it rendered me, you know, completely you know, it disabled me for about 10 to 20 seconds. I can't remember the amount of time, but I just stood there inside the doorway because I was so freaked out because of what had just happened, because of that guy touching me on the shoulder. And so I don't really like people to touch me unless I'm really sure. I'll go through any you know, route that I can to be able to not touch someone. And I learned a little bit about this through an organization called the Body of Nine. And what they do is they go through your natural energies. There's some very similar, you know, concepts that go along with that in different organizations, but I really resonated with this organization. And what had happened with me is I ended up being a natural energy 9, which is a universal natural energy. And so in addition to be able to feel other people's emotions, I have this universal feeling as well. You know, and what I learned through this organization was that part of the natural number 9 is I'm able to sense people, not necessarily feel their emotions, but I can sense people, I can sense things, and I can weave through people really easily. And I've demonstrated this at concerts and whatnot. And I can weave through people really easy without touching them. And that, I feel very blessed to be able to do that, because if I wasn't able to do that, I don't know that I would be really all that thrilled about going and doing some of the things that I do. And in in my previous video, I talked about social events, you know, and how to match, you know, the vibration of the people that you want to resonate with, and determine what kind of, you're gonna have a good time or a bad time there. And part of the other thing is too, and it's the Body of 9. And if you want to look into some of their resources and their information, that would be a great thing, because it really made a huge difference in my life and in every aspect whatsoever. So if you are empathic and you're you know, feeling things and feeling people's emotions, maybe put in the comments below about what happens when somebody accidentally touches you. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.